Well, if you've been watching my videos lately, you will have seen that the next video online is to fix this door. And this door is sagging just a little bit. This is a slip kind of lock. When you close it, you have to lift this up, and there's a throw pin on the side of the door here at the top and at the bottom before you can throw the deadbolt. So as you close the door, you can't throw the deadbolt until you lift the handle up and it throws the pins in. Well, what's happening is when I lift this up, it's not throwing the pin in there because the door is slightly sagging. So how am I going to fix that? Want to learn how to do that? Stick around. Now the way I'm going to do that, this is an 8-foot door. I've got 4 hinges on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to suck this hinge, the 3rd hinge and the 4th hinge closer to the wall here. There's a stud in there behind the sheetrock, behind the door jamb, and so I've got to prop this door out, undo the hinge on both sides, and then I'm going to drill holes in there and put long screws in behind the hinge, right in through the door jamb into the 2x4, and that's going to push that over. Then I can flop the hinge back, put it in, and theory has it that's going to raise this just a little bit. This is installed with shims behind the door jamb, and there's going to be just a little bit of a give to where I'm hoping that when I put some long 3-inch screws behind the hinges, that it's going to suck it over. It only has to suck over just a little bit, and it's going to take this door and it's going to lift it up. That's what I'm going to do now. The trick here is before I take the hinges out, I don't want to take the hinges out until I prop the bottom of the door up, because when I take the top hinges out, this door is going to sag. Then it's going to be difficult for me to re-screw it in later. Okay, so because I have a big gap here, I'm going to put my hammer here, and I've got a cat's paw, and I can push that underneath that like that. If you're concerned about the floor, I could have put a putty knife down there like that. Okay, I've got enough pressure on that. I guess I want the door open as far as possible too. Slide it over a little bit further because I need all the room I can get. Okay, I'm up against the table there. I think that's good right there. Okay, that looks pretty strong. Okay, now I can undo the hinges. I've got a 12-volt battery operated drill, and usually I've got an 18-volt. This one I'm hoping is going to be strong enough. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is take this hinge, loosen this up, take it out. Now see, it looks like somebody tried to use a long screw and suck it in to the door jamb, but you know, when you do something like that, it's only going to suck in so far because you're trying to suck this whole hinge into it. I'll still use those screws later. See, now I can pull that back like that. And I've got a small drill bit. I'm going to try to put it out as far as I can. I don't want to shove it in too far because I want the full length out here. Now I'm going to drill a hole right down in here, and this is going to go into the 2x4. Okay? Do it up here too. if I had the door open further, I could get my drill in there easier, but I'm hitting up against this hinge. These hinges are slightly different than normal door hinges, but it'll work. Are you seeing everything, Miss Camerawoman?
Yep.
Now I can use long screws. These are like 3-inch sheetrock screws, coarse threads. You want to use coarse threads, not the fine threads, okay? Coarse threads are for wood, fine threads are for sheet metal, metal studs. All right. Let's see, that is pushing this door jamb in just a little bit, I could tell, right there. I can back it off and do it again. I had this charged up all night too, and I think it's okay. Now I can put that right back where it was. And it fits exactly there because I have the door propped up. I can use the same screws. On most hinges, you only have the short little screws. But on this one, they had the long screws. And if you think you're going to try to fix it just by putting a couple long screws right here, thinking you're going to suck this jamb over far enough, think again, because you're having to try to push the whole hinge in up against the wood. So can you see that by pulling it out, doing it the other way, it gives you a much better chance of sucking the door jamb over. Okay, that's one hinge, but I want to do the top one too. And normally on an 8-foot tall door, I try to do the top 2 hinges. On a 6'8" door, you're only going to have 3 hinges usually, and a lot of times I only have to do the top hinge. Okay, and if you try to do the top hinge and if it doesn't suck over far enough, then you can try the middle one as well. Okay, so now I'm going to get up there and do the same thing with this top hinge. Yeah, if you go to the store and get a battery operated drill, get the 18 volt and also get the lithium type batteries too. Okay, you can get those nowadays. They're way better. I've just happened to use this. This is my pop's old drill, and that's the one I'm going to use. And it seems to be working okay. Just using a little screwdriver. I need to pop this hinge out of here. I'm trying to see how I'm going to do that. Remember, this one here just kind of loosened right up. These hinges are slightly different than normal ones, so I'm wondering how I'm going to do that. Got any ideas, Molly?
Bigger screwdriver?
A bigger screwdriver? Oh, no.
Bigger head on that? There you go. A butter knife?
I don't want to dig in either. Okay, come on. I may have to close the door or something. Hey. loosen up.
How about a bigger, do you have another screwdriver
Yeah,
with you?
I'm just kind of wedging it against itself though. Come on. I got my putty knife down there too.
Here, you want it?
Well, it's underneath
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
There's a bigger screwdriver, don't you have?
Yeah,
Yeah, there.
I got a bigger one, but I was hoping not to damage that. Okay, there it is.
There you go.
Okay. There. Okay. I guess we might as well leave the camera going. Get my drill bit on here. Right here in the corner at the bottom and the top. I normally do both of those. Right there I'm hitting the stud. Because you don't want to go any closer with regular hinges. You could think you could go over here, but then you're going to screw right into the edge of the sheetrock. I can put my wood screws in there. Get up here higher if I can. See, that screw's driven right into there. Had I put the long screws in with just this like that over the hinge, there's no way I could suck the wood in like that. Okay, I think I've done it. Now, get that back over. I have it just about where I want it. There, right there. Now see, had I not had something underneath the door, this would have been sagged way over. Then you'd need somebody else to help hold this up. I'm just trying to show you how to do this by yourself. You know, lots of times you don't have a helper with you, so use your hammer or your cat's paw, screwdriver, whatever you got, and it'll work. That's right exactly where it needs to be. I think I've done it, by Joe. Let's see what happens. No funny business. We're going to keep the camera rolling. Let's back the camera up a little. Back it up a little bit back here. Get this out of here. I'm not even going to try it without stopping the camera because I feel pretty confident that I've done it. Now as I pull up on this, it should lock. Kaboom. It's locked. Unlocked. See, remember, if this pulls up, top bolt goes in, bottom bolt goes in. And what was happening is the top bolt was not going in this little pocket there. Looking at that, I didn't really suck it over that far, but I think I did just enough to do it. See? It's locked. There it is. Now, if yours doesn't do that, and if you have to, you could mortise out the top of the hinge. After you take the hinge out, you'd have to mortise the side of the door out just a little bit because there's plenty of room here to suck it over a little bit further. But I don't have to do that. I'm not going to show you how to do that. Okay? Now my mother can lock it on her own and be safe. Well, that's all I have for this time. But I'll be back with more video.